All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Atlanta Falcons. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Okay, ready? Hey, 50. 50's the mark. General West, bravo.
On first down, Klein. Allen's got it complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 52. Rush in.
Off play action. Klein. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. He's got it to Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Klein. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run. Devontae Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Returning, it's Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run to a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Push him back.
Off the play fake. Klein. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw on third down. Klein. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Strike 3, 218, chop. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Klein. This is caught by Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Watch Chopper! Safety's creeping. Go.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The tackle made by Devondre Campbell. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings it third down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Back to throw. Klein. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Check safety.
They run it here with Gordon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Watch the pass.
Hey, high 7.
Operating from the gun, Klein. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 36-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. And watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Get set up.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he finds Cook. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. This pass finds its way to Williams. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
45. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Big rip.
On 3rd and 2, Klein. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. And
he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Freeman. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, D. Check four, check four.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
9 yards to go.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
He completes it to Jones. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
A
final shot before break. Klein. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
That's it, buddy. We got work. Check it back. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. Kill, kill, kill. Match ball.
This is Whitaker. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Joker. Shift.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check three. Hey, check 24.
This is Freeman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Slam. Check nine. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A first down carry for Smith. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll run here with Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Under 10.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Klein. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Benjamin. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They don't want it, fellas.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. This quarterback now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. Operating from the gun. Klein. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now trouble without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Alert three, alert three, alert three. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Switch, watch switch, watch twitch. Watch twitch, watch the twitch. Hatchet. Back, back, back.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Gordon, and an alley to run. 20.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Ready, 18, Gator.
Throwing on first down. Klein. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Bridgewater to throw it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Watch the whip. Bang, 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 bang.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 50, check 50.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And some room to work. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
They'll run for it here with Smith. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. 5.
He's back to throw. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Ready, break.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter. 2.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Hey, Charlie. Ready, ready.
from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, box drop.
45, Mike, 45.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
45. Mike, 45. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, check Mike, 45.
Back to throw. And Allen's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw is Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Green brings it in.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Bridgewater. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Bridgewater. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Bridgewater to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
1st and 10 at the 30.
And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there. Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he? Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Falcons, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball.